Hey Tufts class of 2018. When I was writing the speech, I was trying to think of what are the most important things I could tell an entire class of incoming jumbos. And as you might imagine, this is a difficult question, so I turned to YouTube to find some inspirational speeches. And I watched one that Ashton Kutcher gave last year at the Teen Choice Awards. It was a very well done speech, very honest, very helpful advice, but instead of closing my browser after watching the video, I got distracted by the videos of That 70s Show that popped up on the side of my screen. 15 minutes after that, of watching videos, I realized that I hadn't written any of this speech, but I did have something really important to say about college, which is to watch out for distractions and manage your time really well. In fact, the greatest nemesis you'll face here at Tufts is not the 25-page paper you'll write for your sociology class, or the good-looking guy at the end of the hall who always has the cute girls you like hanging out in his room, but it's the limited amount of time you have to spend here. If there's one thing that I hope you take away from my speech tonight, it's that every moment here counts. In May of 2018, when you have the candlelighting ceremony on top of the hill, I want you to look back and say, man, that was great, and I don't regret how I spent my time here at all. You probably won't say it exactly that way, but anything close to that, I'll take it. Oh, and by the way, you can keep your candles from tonight, and you can use them at that ceremony in 4 years. So, I've got a few stories I want to share with you guys, and a few themes that go with them. When I was pretty much in your position 3 years ago, I thought I knew what I wanted to do here at Tufts. Play Quidditch and join an a cappella group. I ran cross country in high school and sang with the select choir, so running around with a broom between my legs and singing without musical accompaniment felt like a natural extension of my interests. I practiced and prepped for my a cappella audition, much like many of you will do in a week or so, and on 3 different nights, at 2:30 in the morning, I gave it my all, and at 2:30 in the morning I got a call that I didn't make the cut. And there my plans went, straight out the window. What was I going to do in college if not a cappella? With no major activity to occupy my time, I decided to run for a position in student government about a week later. So in a weird way, if I had gotten into the amalgamates or sheer appeal, I probably wouldn't be standing in front of you right now. So even though I didn't get what I thought I wanted, I made the best of my bad situation and found something else. I thought I had already figured out everything about myself and everything I wanted to do here at Tufts, before I'd even been here for just 10 days. Trying new things is how I realized who I am and what I like. Many of you are just about to discover yourselves and your identities for the first time. You'll explore your sexuality, have conversations with friends about race, begin to understand how your socioeconomic class has informed your worldview, and begin to understand many other aspects of your identities. Your identities belong to each of you. Maybe you'll find friends who share parts of your identity, or maybe it'll help you understand the identities of those around you. Pretending you have no room for emotional growth won't help you find the things that make you happy. A month into my freshman year, I realized that I had neither the physical nor mental stamina to play Quidditch. It did not make me happy. Fast forward to the end of the semester. I received an email invite from someone I didn't know to go to some weird radio show they were recording in the campus center. I almost overlooked it, like a lot of spam I got, but I decided to take a risk because I saw that on the list there were a bunch of friends and people who I respected. So I took a risk and woke up at the ungodly hour of 7 to go to the campus center and see what was happening. It was definitely a radio show, but none of the other students on the list showed up. After about 5 minutes, the producer came up to me and asked me if I'd be okay getting interviewed on the radio. I agreed to stay and answer a few questions about being a student at Tufts, but I really had no idea what I was doing. I later found out that this show was pretty popular in the Boston area, and about 20,000 people tune in every day. On top of that, the producer offered me an internship at their office. That's what taking the risk had gotten me, an internship opportunity. I know a lot of people who are afraid to take risks. You can't expect opportunities to fall into your lap by sheer chance. So try out for that theater production. Apply for the internship that you've always wanted. Take the class on medieval medicine. You'll be surprised by the returns. After all, what you lose by not taking a risk is the possibility of what could be. And just because you have a new option doesn't mean you have to take it. I decided that internship at the radio station wasn't for me. One risk you'll all have to take is declaring a major and picking an advisor. At the beginning of my sophomore year, I reached out to the professor of my environmental policy class and had a few conversations with him both before and after asking him to be my advisor. He could tell that I was both passionate about and interested in sustainability in cities. Later that year, he asked me if I was interested in conducting research with him and encouraged me to apply for the Summer Scholars Program. To make a long story short, I've conducted research with my advisor for 2 summers, and now I'm a co-author on a paper that was presented at a national conference this morning. All this happened because I reached out to my professor a few times. In the academic or professional world, if you put yourself out there and make a concerted effort, you will find something. It may not be what you expected, but sometimes it might exceed your expectations. The moment you close yourself off is when you start missing out on making friends and finding cool things to get involved with. Right now, you are the most open-minded that you will be in your Tufts career. Maybe you've already met the people who will be your best friends here, but that's not how it worked out for most of the people I know. Unless you've already figured out who you are and what your life is going to be at Tufts, and I can promise that you haven't. Never stop looking for the people and things that make you happy. Good luck, class of 2018, and have a blast here at Tufts.